Last time out on Guardiola's Glory Hunter, this goal from Eddie Nketiah cost Pep the chance to go back to back to back and tick off an amazing 3 countries in 3 seasons. But it wasn't all doom and gloom for Pep as he managed to get his hands on the Coppa Italia. Now he heads into season 4 with a 58 million transfer budget and rumours of a potential board takeover. And so far, the only job that might be appealing to him one day in this challenge is Stade Rennais in France. But with a transfer budget of only 15 million and wanted signs over some of his key players, I've got a sneaky suspicion that Pep is going to stay right where he is. Yes, boys and girls, we are back. It's been a minute. I know I haven't made a video for quite a while. Life has just been, well, really hectic. But thanks for the support. Thanks for coming to watch this video. And without further ado, let's sim forward and see how Pep gets on in Season 4. Okay, so fast forward to the 1st of September. And there has been a little bit of manager movement. Back at the end of July, and Mikel has quit his job at Barcelona, opening the door for Luis Enrique to leave Bayern Munich and go back to Barcelona. Now, I was tempted to see if we could apply for that, and I'm pretty disappointed because they weren't showing the transfer budget of 157 million when I looked at it, but Luis Enrique has come back in, and for whatever reason, the board have backed him massively. He hasn't spent any of it yet. Getting dangerously close to the transfer deadline, but I mean, fingers crossed that he doesn't spend it and get sacked at the end of the season and we can swoop in. But so far, he's won 4 from 4, so it actually might be looking all right for him. And Luis Enrique has been replaced at Bayern Munich by Don Carlo himself, who's left Napoli. I mean, it's been a while since I played this save, but I didn't realise he got sacked from Real Madrid. Now, Real Madrid is a good option to try and get Spain done, but they're managed by Jurgen Klopp, and he might not go anywhere for a long, long time. And in the interest of realism, I don't think Pep's going to be going to Real Madrid anytime soon. So we've probably got another 10 seasons to go if it goes that far before we consider taking the Real Madrid job. So all in all, we stuck with him at Inter Milan. And here he is at Inter Milan. They sit first in Serie A so far, but what's worrying is they've still got a remaining budget of 48 million. Have they brought anybody in? Okay, they have, but I can't say I'm massively infused by this signing. Denzel Dumfries has left the club to go on loan to Marseille. Not a fan of that, although he has got Kyle Walker. But he's brought in a Gurkhan from Trabzonspor to, well, he started 3 games, so yeah, probably is going to be Pep's number 1 going forward. And so far in those 3 games, he conceded 2, kept 1 clean sheet. 30 years old. Doesn't quite feel like a Pep signing, to be fair. And the only other signing he made was this dude from Portland Timbers, a 30-year-old right back, so potential replacement for Dumfries. Only the 1 appearance so far. What are you doing, Pep? In fairness, who am I to question the man? He's the only manager in the league with 3 wins from 3. Now all's left to do, sim through the season. Can Pep get his hands on this Serie A trophy and complete Italy? He's obviously got no chance of dropping down into the Europa League. Maybe he gets sacked mid-season and takes over Liverpool or Man United. Yeah, no, probably not going to happen. What will happen, though, is in the Champions League, he's going to have to face 2 of his former sides in Bayern Munich and Man City. All that's missing is a cheeky trip to Barcelona in there, and he'd have the full set. How's he going to get on in this Champions League, and how's he going to get on in Serie A? Let's find out, shall we? Fluid football seemed to be the order of the day for Pep at Inter Milan, and this last-minute goal against Juventus put him well on its way to doing what he needs to do this year. A result that puts his team 11 points clear of Napoli, with only 2 defeats coming from the 22 games along with 2 draws. Can anybody stop Pep winning Serie A? AC Milan thought Julian Alvarez might be the answer, whilst Napoli spent big on Caleb Okoli. But Pep had some reinforcements of his own, firstly in Ben White coming in on loan from Arsenal to give him some depth in defence. And Pavidis comes in for 15 million from AZ to give some competition to Martinez up front. And arguably only to be a squad player, but Ethan Ampadu joins from Leeds for 21.5 million. Maybe not so much needed on the CV, But a 2-0 win against Napoli in the Supercoppa Italiana gives Pep another trophy to add to his cabinet, albeit not one that we're looking for. And a 2-0 victory over Atalanta means that we've got another semi-final in the Coppa Italia. I mean, it looks like a foregone conclusion that we're going to be moving on from Italy at the end of the season, unless there's a massive bottle job in the works. Let's see, shall we? It's probably a good thing that Pep doesn't need to win the Champions League for this challenge anymore. Thoroughly outclassed against Arsenal, although it could have been a different story if Martinez would have scored his penalty in the 3rd minute, but shortly after, Gabriel Jesus equalised for Arsenal and compounded the misery, Inter Milan crashing out at the quarter-final. But things looked up for Pep as he went back-to-back in the Coppa Italia with another victory against Juventus, 2 Premier League imports in Kai Havertz and Bentancur with the goals. Bentancur, of course, scoring against his former club. That's gotta hurt. But when it really mattered, in a crunch game at home to Roma, João Felix hit this absolute rocket, put Inter Milan and Pep Guardiola on their way to lifting the Serie A trophy and completing Italy. So that's 3 countries in 4 seasons for Pep. And there we have it. Pep has ticked off his 3rd country in 4 seasons. Serie A is in the bag, or should I say in the trophy cabinet. Now all that's left to do is terminate Pep's contract. He is now a free agent. He has ticked off England, Germany and Italy. And where to next? La Liga or Ligue 1 would be the logical choice. La Liga at the moment, there's only Athletic Club Bilbao. Does Pep fancy doing the Bilbao challenge in a Glory Hunter? That would blow my mind. You're going to have to join us for the next episode to find out.